So we'll start off with Work Package 6. Chris from the Danish Safety Technology Authority was unable to join us here today, so he has recorded his presentation, so we'll play it for you now. After VP6, we'll welcome Greece, VP2, to the stage, and last but certainly not least, Renata from VP4 will share her Work Package presentation. Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for having me here today. I have really been looking forward to finally meeting all of you outside of the digital screens, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I am unfortunately not able to attend. Nevertheless, I know that my lovely colleagues from the Danish Safety Technology Authority, or DSTA, are well represented here today, and I'm sure they will be happy to answer any questions on my behalf that you might have. For those of you whom I haven't had the pleasure to meet yet, my name is Chris Saravana, and I'm an Agile Project Manager at the Danish Safety Technology Authority. And I have recently been given the honor of adding WP6 to my product portfolio. Today, I will briefly be talking about the vision we have for our project outcomes in WP6, combined with some of the aspects on our approach to some of the tasks. Finally, I'll be addressing some of the key challenges in the project and how we try to manage these. Our overall goal in WP6 is to create a sustainable set of tools for sharing valuable knowledge between policymakers, researchers, and tobacco inspectors across the member states. So our vision for creating a sustainable knowledge sharing network is, one, to provide an adaptable framework that supports the facilitation of knowledge sharing meetings amongst others. And I should probably mention here that this framework I'm talking about is actually just a slightly extended version of the roadmap for facilitating knowledge hub meetings. And as a side note to that, I can mention that we're just about to release the first version of the roadmap. I'm just waiting for my team to return from this very consortium. Now, what I mean by adaptable in this context is basically that we should not just strictly fix ourselves to a certain way of conducting these meetings. We believe that requirements and external influences might affect how we would need to do things different or better in the future. So therefore, it's necessary that adaptability is a key part of the framework itself that will ensure its success. So in short terms, we strive to learn from each event and thus should be able to adapt our approach and make the next meeting or event even better, and to do so continuously. And of course, this is why the roadmap, or framework in this case, will need to undergo revisions and updates along the way, as long as, of course, this makes sense for everybody involved. We not only envision the Knowledge Hub meeting as a forum where highly relevant topics are presented by knowledgeable people, but also a place where participants will have an opportunity to create valuable connections with their counterparts from other member states. And we will try and give a little more room in the meetings for participants to have an opportunity to briefly share with the group some of their experience without having the need to prepare a 20-minute presentation. So with this, let's call it in-person knowledge sharing framework in mind, we of course also need to ensure that this and indeed other knowledge can be easily stored and made available for future reference. This brings us to the next objective that will help us build the WP6 vision. We want to ensure that there's easy access to a user-friendly content platform that allows our members to easily upload and share relevant content, create and partake in online discussions, create news, events, and blog posts, even conduct surveys. It should, of course, be easy to navigate and search for topics, content, and also other members. Of course, we also have to consider some additional requirements for the administrative parts in terms of actually running and maintaining a section of this future platform. Here we would surely prefer a solution that would have minimal administrative requirements, as I believe none of us have any intentions of ending up in a platform that would require too many additional resources invested just to maintain it. Now, we have gathered more requirements and suggestions for features that I have mentioned here, of course, but please bear in mind, we will likely not be able to honor all of them in the selected platform, as we are restrictively only looking into utilizing an existing EU platform for this particular WP6 delivery. This means we're not developing or buying a new platform where we can add all the features we would want. But I do promise that we would do our utmost to find the most suitable platform that will cover as many of our needs as humanly possible. Nevertheless, we will of course share our findings as we research the different available platforms before making any final decisions together with our VP partners in this matter. Now, as mentioned, there is no guarantee that whatever existing platform we finally settle on will be able to fulfill everything in terms of our full set of requirements. As this is meant to be sort of a middle station where we will have an opportunity to try out an existing platform and see if we can compromise a little on our requirements and possibly adapt the platform enough to still make it a valuable tool to work for our goals. Our hope is, of course, that it will be exactly that. But this is also why one of the final deliveries in WP6, which is due in early 2024, where we're scheduled to conduct an in-depth analysis of the selected platform and produce a set of recommendations for a possible future choice of platform. This analysis and its recommendations should be able to tell us in greater detail what improvements and further requirements would be needed in order for us to realize the best possible solution for a highly effective and value-creating knowledge sharing and content management system within this joint action. Key tool for WP6 to ensure that we are on track with everything is from our members and Knowledge Hub participants. So we will still continue to gain knowledge through our members in forms of surveys and feedback sessions. And these events, so to speak, will gradually increase as we progress through the project. Excuse me. But not to worry, I promise we won't spam your inboxes with surveys too much. And speaking of surveys, I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone for partaking in the previous surveys and also for all the feedback we have received, both written and verbally. This is precious, precious information. And we at WP6 really appreciate the time you all have taken to give us your super valuable information and helping us, steering us in the right direction in our project. So thank you for that, and please keep it coming. Now, lastly, I've been asked to try and address some of the challenges that we face in WP6 and how we navigate these. So let's start with the elephant in the room. It's probably no secret that there has been some brain drain going on over the course of WP6, and that is actually one of the greatest challenges we've been facing. Unfortunately, of course, there's nothing much to do in these situations as we can't prevent people from seeking out new jobs. But hopefully I will be the last in a long line of WP6 managers whose name you will have to remember. It's Chris, by the way, in case you've forgotten. So, to ensure we do not suffer loss of velocity in our project in the future, we've been busy ensuring project knowledge is well documented and accessible to the team as well. On top of that, we have actually been able to expand our team capacity a bit by adding members from our home office. So now we have access to more academic support. As a mere project manager, I do not have a lot of academic insights to add to this, but I will definitely do my utmost to ensure the success of the project. Now, we've also discovered that we haven't actually had that many interaction with our lovely WP6 partners since before my predecessor. And this, of course, is also a thing that needs to change. And we will start including our partners a lot more in the project. And of course, this sooner rather than later, because I believe that this would get us a lot better results. Other than that, we do not really have any challenges that would cause any direct risks to the project in terms of our deliverables. So with this, I will dare say that on an overall point of view, WP6 is getting back on track. And we are indeed heavily invested in working hard to deliver our part. So that's it from WP6, and thank you so much. Any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me directly or get in touch with my amazing colleagues who, unlike me, are present here today. And again, I am sorry I am unable to participate, but I do hope you have a fantastic and knowledgeable time here in Copenhagen. Thank you very much.
Right, and then we'd like to welcome Work Package 2. Thank you.